What did you say to me as we were watching this game together?
Many things. Spain are not very good. The main thing is that Spain is a team that struggles so much in creating enough quality opportunities. And even when they do create those quality opportunities, the names and the players that they have available in order to finish those chances are not good enough to do so consistently. And so games like Georgia become a problem. Games like Kosovo become a problem. They don't have enough in the attacking half to get away from teams, to really be dominant, not in the possession of the ball, but be dominant in the scoreboard. And because they're not able to score enough goals, then every game is a little bit of a struggle. Every game is right there, right there, right there. This game was 2-1 late. Yeah. Gerard Moreno scores the third goal, and it's 3-1. You think, comfortable Spain. No, it was not comfortable for Spain.
No, and it isn't. And the problem with Spain that we're always going to have is 2008.
Yep.
You know, and 2010, those sort of performances. And the thing is, when you think of Spain now, the level is so much lower than that.
It is.
But in your head, though, you're still of that Spain side of being so brilliant.
And the performances are so much lower than that standard in two areas. Up front and in the midfield.
Yeah, there's just no spark.
Think about Fernando Torres in his prime and what he was and what he gave this team in terms of a different element, because he was different than the other guys playing around him. So you had Iniesta and you had Xavi, and they controlled the midfield in the manner in which they did. But you had the power and the strength and the speed of Fernando Torres that could do something on his own in the final third. Here you're depending on guys like Dani Olmo, who scores a great goal today and scored a goal against Georgia. But is that the sort of guy that you're depending upon in order to produce every time that Spain plays? No, that's not going to happen. Morata is not going to happen. He'll score a goal here and there, and people will say, oh,
yeah.
Here's the moment. Here he is. This is the Morata we've been waiting for. No, it's not going to be consistent enough. And as long as you have that image of that standard, and then you try to make this team that, it's not going to happen. This team is going to win some games, but it's never going to be in the manner in which that team did those things that were so very, very game-changing.
So France, top of Group D, looking good. Ukraine could only manage a 1-1 draw against Kazakhstan. Let's welcome in Frank Leboeuf. Frank, what a treat for you to watch your side beat Bosnia Herzegovina today.
Well, you know, especially the first half, you know, that wasn't really entertaining. It wasn't a fantastic pitch, except maybe that save that we just saw, that kind of Gordon Banks save from Hugo Lloris.
And it wasn't that good. Calm down,
nothing
Frank.
much to. No, it wasn't too bad. It's not because you're English that you have to defend everything coming from England, you know. But it was yeah, pretty much nothing happening. And second half was better, more serious, some action, some good actions. But they did the job, you know. What do you want to? I cannot criticize them in the way that they keep on winning games. That of course they're going to qualify. I have no doubt about that. What's going to happen within 2 months in the European Championship? Nobody knows. People are serious. Players are serious. They do the job. They're not entertaining, but have they been entertaining since for the past like 3, 4, 5 years? I'm not sure about that. Yeah. But they do the job.
Frank, you mentioned it, and it's not just France. Pretty much it's all the big teams right across the board aren't exactly blowing away opposition or playing particularly attractive football. Is that going to change in the lead-up and when the Euros come along, do you think?
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah,
you know, it depends as well if we have some fans in the stands as well, you know, and the pressure is going to come as well, and it's going to help the players to give a little bit more. But right now, it must be hard for the players. You know, it's been a year, they play without anybody in the stands. They play a kind of strange games, when they verify if they have the COVID or not. I think the fighting spirit is not there. They just try to do the job, they try to be professional. The entertaining is not there, and as you said, every big teams, they struggle right now. We saw Germany. You just talked about Spain. Nobody has an easy run against a so-called smaller team. But it's what it is. I think the top level has dropped because of the pandemic, and the average team became a bit better than the others. So that's what it is, and it's what we have as a result.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.